Hi. In the previous video, we heard about Christiansens, right? Let's see what happened to their girl, Solveig. Solveig was the name of the child around whom the second incident took place. So here I am starting the reading of Roald Dahl's The Witches. Well, one day their daughter, I am in page number 16. I am starting from the fourth paragraph of page number 16. Well, one day their daughter Solveig came from the school eating an apple. She said a nice lady had given it to her on the street. The next morning, little Solveig was not in her bed. Then all of a sudden her father shouted, "There she is! That's Solveig feeding the ducks." He was pointing at the oil painting, and sure enough, Solveig was in it. She was standing in the farmyard in the act of throwing bread to the ducks out of a basket. The father rushed up to the painting and touched her. But that did not help. She was simply a part of the painting, just a picture painted on the canvas. That's true, you have told me about, I said. So, first one was Ragnhild Hansen and the second one is Solveig Christiansen. What happened to the third one? The third one was little Birgit Svensson, my grandmother said. I am underlining this one. I am underlining the second child's name. After this video finishes, you will open your book and underline the names and read as I am reading, loud and clear. My grandmother said one day she started growing feathers all over her body. Within a month, she had turned into a large white chicken. Her parents kept her for years in a pen. Pen means a home or a yard specially meant to keep farm animals. In the garden, she even laid eggs. What colored eggs? I said. Brown ones, my grandmother said. What happened to the fourth child? I asked. The fourth was a boy called Roald, my grandmother said. One morning, his skin went all greyish yellow. Then it became hard and crackly, like the shell of a nut. By evening, the boy had turned to stone. Stone? I said, you mean real stone? Granite. Granite is a type of stone. She said, go on, grandmama, I said. So this boy is not actually afraid with all these odd or not scary, rather odd incidents. So he wants to listen to more. You told me there were 5 together. What happened to the last one? What about number 5, grandmama? Number 5, she said, was rather an interesting case. A 9-year-old boy called Leif was summer holiday with his family on the fjord. And the whole family was picnicking and swimming off some rocks on one of those little islands. Young Leif dived into the water, and his father, who was watching him, noticed that he stayed under for an unusually long time. When he came to the surface at last, he was not Leif anymore. He was a porpoise. Porpoise was a sea animal almost like dolphin. But was not there a most tremendous fuss. Fuss means shouting, chaos, confusion all together. When this happened, I asked. Actually, the boy's question is, when all these incidents are happening, those people who are actually seeing them or witnessing this incident, didn't they do anything about this? Didn't they take any steps for this so that they can prevent from further happening of this type of incidents, repetition of this type of incidents? Didn't they do anything? Did not they shout? Did not they draw attention of other people? I asked. Not much, my grandmother said. You must remember that here in Norway, We are used to that sort of thing. So the grandmama was actually saying that these witches and these odd incidents are very common in that country, Norway. There are witches everywhere. There's probably one living in our street this very moment. It's time you went to bed. Okay, another underlining word, granite. Granite, G-R-A, N-I-T-E. So here in page number 17 we can see the picture of 3 witches. Now they are a bit scary, I admit. I am coming to page number 18 towards the ending. A witch would not come in through my window in the night. Now the boy is a little bit afraid. It was late in the night and he was continuously hearing stories on witches. So he was actually assuming what would happen if a witch come through the window. Remember, the windows of grandmama's house were never ever covered by curtains. Would she? I asked, quacking a little, a bit nervous and a bit scared. No, my grandmother said. A witch will never do silly things like climbing up drain pipes or breaking into people's houses. You'll be quite safe in your bed. Come along, I will tuck you in. Now, I don't believe in witches. Whether you want to believe it or you do not want to believe in it, that's entirely up to you. But my request is that do not get afraid of those witches. Extract means small or selected portion from The Witches by Roald Dahl. Now about the author, this portion is not important, but as I read this portion for you, it's important to know the man who is actually telling us a story. Roald Dahl was a master of many trades. He was a spy, an egg fighter pilot, fighter planes, a chocolate historian, and a medical inventor. He was the author of Matilda, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, BFG. Remember, we saw all the stories or these videos in YouTube, Monday's class. BFG, Big Friendly Giant. He has left a treasury of original and fantastic children's stories for us. He was the most famous or the most loved children's writer in his time, of his time. Till now, his books are equally famous and translated into several languages. Okay, so the story ends here. I hope that you enjoyed it. Bye. Have a nice day.